Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlrynae. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. When last we left off, we had just followed the flowers, the strange flowers that we believe to be the bloody footprints in the snow that led us to the dark keep here. It used to be a storehouse. Back whenever Thorin's Hall here was being built, they said this was a storage facility, but it looks like the Dourhands have taken it over and are doing something within. Let us talk to Trigway here again.
Down yonder is Gormr, the steward appointed by Thorin before he left.
Intro Gormr, Steward of the Hall. I heard one of the guards here talking. Down yonder is Gormr, the steward appointed by Thorin before he left. Gormr is the reason we have come, and the leader of the Dourhand rabble you see all over the place. He harbors no love for Dwallin's folk, nor for those who once lived in Thorin's Hall, before the Dourhands took over. You might as well go speak with him and find out what he has done here, and why he has grown silent over the years. Maybe he knows where that body you seek has got to. Sure, let's go on down and talk to Gormr and see if we can find out what has happened to... be about your business. More Dourhands. You know I'm going to be killing dozens and hundreds of your kind in the days to come, don't you? Days and weeks to come. But let's go on down here and see if he might know what has happened to Skorgrim's body, because good lord have they put up plenty of statues to him, haven't they? The Berghold. Whoa. Busy, busy day today. Alright, let's see here. Gormr, Doursmith. Ooh, lots more flowers. Ooh, and a tomb guard here as well, huh? Nothing to say, huh? Alrighty. Let's see what Gormr Doursmith has to say.
Have you come to pay your respects at Skorgrim's tomb?
I see an elf, surely from that party who has come to settle on the outskirts of that gloomy elf town in the north. What do you want, elf? Have you come to Skorgrim's tomb, but Skorgrim was an enemy of you people. Why should I talk to you?
No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb.
Intro, Shrine to the Fallen King. I'm afraid you have come here for nothing anyway, Gnarlrynae. No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb. It is a sacred ground, and only descendants of Skorgrim, that is, the Dourhands, have leave to enter. You are more than welcome to pay your respects to our fallen king at his shrine, which is just east of here in the Rockbelly Pit. Skorgrim was a great king, after all, and deserves tribute. Was he not, elf? So we got to go and defeat bats in the Rockbelly Pit. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Whoa, and we have got, that is an interesting outfit you're wearing there. Very interesting shoulders you got on there. That is almost like Warhammer 40k type dwarf armor there. Bjarni. Let's see what Bjarni has to say.
You should pay your respects to Skorgrim.
Intro, the Ritual Stones. Lord Gormr has told us that you were there when Skorgrim died at the hands of your people. We will not tolerate elves in our land unless you help to pay retribution for what they have done. We are having a commemoration of commemoration? Excuse me, the cold is causing my vocal cords to lock up. We are having a commemoration of Skorgrim's many achievements as king of the Dourhands, but we need ritual stones, black as pitch. I was not able to find enough for everyone that plans to attend. They are a form of tribute to Skorgrim King. You should make yourself useful and collect some more. They can be found in and around the Winterheight Cave, east of here. Okay, so it looks like we are going to be very busy here. Running around and collecting crap for their tribute to Skorgrim, the guy who's responsible for the death of my master and the destruction of Hedhelion. We'll play along for now. We'll play along for now and pretend that we're going to do what they ask for us to do. In the meantime, let us head on over to the Winter Height and the Rock Belly Pit. All right, Winter Height. And there's the Berghold where we just came from. That is the Silver Deep Mine. Now, which way was he wanting us to go? Let's take a look here at the things again. I know the Winter Height. Rock Belly Pit Cave, which can be entered in the courtyard near the Berghold or from the overlooking Winter Height. Okay. And I know the Winter Height, if they haven't moved it, ritual stones can be found in the Rock Belly Pit east of the Berghold. All right. If they haven't moved it, the Winter Height was back up that path, heading back up toward, whoops. It's back up that path, heading back up toward the, what is this? Ah, just that. Leave me alone. I have things to do. I think we go back up that road, and the Winter Height is right up yonder, I do believe. So let us head back on over that way. Whoa. Fortunately, we did not fall there. I'm wondering if there's an entrance there. They said there's an entrance nearby to the Rock Belly Pit, but that's... let's do it the old-fashioned way. It should be right up here on the right, if I remember correctly. And as I said, if they haven't moved it, Lord knows this game has had a tendency to move stuff here in the last few years. Whenever they were, whenever they brought in this new experience and stuff. Remember, that's apparently Skorgrim's tomb is right there now. When it used to be, I've showed y'all before on Gnarlo, it used to be way on over yonder way. You pass through Hellion, the ruined city, out the other side and down the road, and you got to Skorgrim's tomb that way. Yeah, this should be it right here, the Winter Height. Okay. So it is still in the same location. They haven't moved it any. So let's go on in, and once we get inside, we're going to start looking for these bats and the black stones. All right, we are inside Rock Belly Pit here at the Winter Height. The inside of it looks the same. I remember all these passageways and everything. Vaguely remember the statue of Skorgrim here. I seem to remember, I don't know if it was in the original starter instance here. Let's grab these black stones. A small stone is as black as a shadow. Don't know if it was in the original starter instance here, or if it comes later once you get into the low-level instance with the dwarves and the low-level instance with the dwarves and the elves after we finish the actual tutorial section here. But I do remember having to come in here, and I thought at the time this is now black stones and shrill bats. The adventure, the quest I remember in here was killing diggers, killing the deep claws, the deep claw diggers, the young ones anyway, and gathering patches, I swear, patches of sand. It's like you had to find patches of sand going down and collect them. Boy, Skorgrim everywhere. We'll be very, very happy whenever we finish up the instance and Skorgrim's, all the tributes to Skorgrim get removed from these places. Continue working our way down into the pit. That's got the bats. This has got the ritual stones. Alright, now we need to visit the shrine to Skorgrim in the pit. So we need to go all the way down. I was hoping to go all the way down anyway and take a look at the big statue down there. Wonder if that's the other exit, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that used to not be there. The only way in and out was up yonder. So that may have been added whenever they started the new beginning instance here. And that may be the path that they talk about, very close to the... Is this the shrine? Yep. A menacing-looking statue has been raised in the likeness of the Dourhands king of old. Okay. Indeed it has been. Indeed it is menacing. Let's see if this is an exit. Thinking this is the entrance that he talked about. Yes, indeed. Like I said, this wasn't originally here. Originally this was like a figure 8 and you had to go all the way back up to the top. So they've made it a little easier to get in and out perhaps. Let's see where it drops us off at. Here? Oh my god. Yeah, they've made it incredibly easy to get in and out, haven't they? Oh Lord, that's the MMOs these days. They are just, I guess it has to be the players that nobody wants to do something if it's going to take more than 10 seconds to get to the next part. Oh my God. Oh well. Bjarni, let's see what you need to say, Bjarni.
These are the very stones we need.
These are the very stones we need. Not bad for an elf. Your loyalty to the Dourhands will not be forgotten, Lord Master. You may soon earn our forgiveness for what your people did to our king. Alright, nothing here, I don't think. Let's see, polished staff? That's actually worth it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take the polished staff. Okay, now let's go back over here and talk to Gormr once again.
What do you want?
So, you walked in our shrine, did you? As you can see, the Dourhands' reverence of our fallen king is very great. The Longbeards and the elves do not understand such loyalty, so this was perhaps a good lesson for you. But do not go away just yet. I'm sure we can think of more tasks to occupy you while you trespass, eh, Gnarlrynae? Alright, dwarf make cloth trousers. Sure, let's get those.
It will be a busy day for all my folk.
Intro, an uneasy feeling. I've got an uneasy feeling, and I know you're gonna let me down. Would you like to be here to witness the ritual of commemoration for our fallen king? As steward of these halls, I welcome you to celebrate with us. It will not be long now. In fact, I believe the preparations begin tonight. What say you, Gnarlrynae? Think on it, if you will. Return to me when you have decided. Just be sure that you make the right decision. Run along now, friend. I've no more time for you. It will be a busy day for all my folk. Talk to Dwalin and tell him of Gormr's plans for the ritual. Okay. I am going to need to go find Dwalin. Not sure where he is. I think he may be over there in Freren's court. And we will go and look for him. And also sell back some of this stuff we're hauling around here. So we will be rejoining you. Actually, don't you have enough sense to see I don't wish to speak to you? Let's go on over there. See if he is in... Is it Freren's court? I think it is. Whichever, whatever the... God, I can't remember his name. Whatever the name of Yep, there's Dwalin. Whatever the name of... Ooh, although look at the statue there now. The statue is not the statue of Freren that we see later. In fact, it looks like they've torn down the statue of Freren. Look at there. They really have those sorry ass. They have torn down Freren's statue and replaced it with one of Skorgrim. Ooh. I got a feeling. I'm glad Thorin isn't alive to see what the Dourhands have done to his halls. I am sure. Hello, Dwalin. You are not yet the master of Thorin's hall, are you? Let's see what you have to say. Intro, an uneasy feeling.
Thank goodness you're here.
Ah, my good elf, I bid you welcome, and I am at your service. Nos Grimsong sent me word that you would join us in friendship. You spoke to Gormr recently, did you? The traitor, Skorgrim is not the king of Thorin's hall. This place belongs to Thorin's line. I have too much on my plate for the nonsense of the Dourhands and their strange rituals. All of my dwarves are ill since coming here. That is more pressing than Gormr's folly.
All of these dwarves are sick, dying.
Alright, we have gotten, because we've hit level 5 without dying, so we got Gnarlrynae the Wary. Now remember those undying titles as you come along. Intro, a plague at Thorin's gate. Look, all of these dwarves are sick, dying, I think. I cannot do another thing until I figure out what we can do to help them. I don't even know what happened to make them ill. How can I hope to cure them if I don't know how they came by this plague? Those foul Dourhands have really let this place crumble. Thorin would be livid if he could see it now, full of poison and death. So we need to examine patches of strange soil along the river and collect samples from the sick bears, 4 of each. We will certainly do that. And there is a little quest on the side, too.
Might you lend me an ear?
A little extra never hurts, part 1. Before you go, I wanted to make you an offer. You needn't accept this if you want, but what we have learned about the Dourhands unnerves me. I'm concerned there's a great deal of danger that we face here. We may require an edge to win this victory, and I'm willing to offer such an edge if you wish. Let's see. Accepting and completing this quest can only be done once on each server. This will grant you access to a special web store tutorial quest to introduce you to the Lord of the Rings online web store. Well, we know that. We won't record that. Like I said, we're going to try and go through this in the old style and try to do it with just the stuff that we get along the way. So there you go. I may go ahead and take this just to knock it out of the way. We got another one here. That was, I guess, continues the little extra never hurts. A couple more quests have opened up. I am going to run over here to one of these armor smiths, sell some of the loot that we have received, and we will see you again in just a few minutes.
By Durin's beard!
Alright, we got our little shopping expedition quest thingy out of the way, so we don't have to worry about that now. We are going to pick up this from Unar here right quick.
Have you seen the Dourhands nearby? Why do Bargus now haunt our fair lands?
Intro, Dogs of Death. Have you seen the barrow hounds nearby, good elf? The other dwarves think they are just bleak wild dogs, but you and I know better. They are Barghests. In my travels some years ago, I happened upon the most forsaken place I've ever seen. Dread filled me, and my voice died, and all was cold. The dogs were the very same as these black, mournful beasts, and their eyes full of death. Why have they come to the place, replaced the lynx and the wild auroch herds that roamed here in Thorin's day? It does not make any sense. They must be driven off. So we need to go and defeat 4 Barghests as well. So we are going to do that. We're going to defeat the Barghests. We're going to look for samples from the bears. We're going to look for sand along the river. See if we can heal all these sick, poor dwarves around here. Let's see. I think the river will be this way. And as y'all see, the gate is shut so that you cannot leave and go down into the arid Luine. Let us head on down this way. I imagine the river be over here to the right, perhaps? Dwarves rolling the bones. That'll show you how often do you see dwarves gambling like that, hmm? Alright. And here are the Dourhands hacking along. Now I'm beginning to understand why they've converted this place to make it look like this. Alright. I've never seen it whenever it was actually functioning and in operation like this. Now we know why the place is so horrid and messed up and everything. It's a result of the Dourhands here, isn't it? They must have built all this. We'll go back on in yonder and have a look at what all they're doing as well. Alright, sludge. Let's collect the sludge along the river. The soil has a foul odor and texture in this spot. Reeking putrid sludge. Okay. Some more over here. We got to collect all 4 of them. And then we can go to these dying mountain bears and collect some samples from them as well. Let's see, do we have to kill it? I guess we have to kill it. Even though I'm a friend of bears, I suppose we're just putting it out of its misery. The flesh of this bear is already rancid, though it only just died. Alright, bear, go attack. Okay, 2 down. Love that frozen waterfall. I love it every Yuletide when you have to do the quest where you go and you collect bits of ice from it. Alright, that's 3 bears down. Terrible that we have to put them out of their misery like this, but they are in misery. You see, their flesh is already rancid and rotten. Boom, look at how poor and sickly they are. Alright, so we've got that. Let's head on over this way. I want to take a look at what else is causing the black foul snow that you see. See the smoke and horrors pouring out of the chimneys there. Yeah, the Dourhands, okay, I can understand it now. If this is the situation, the Dourhands have really, really messed this place up. Dourhand axe. Whoa! Why are we getting attacked by Dourhands? Wow. Alright, so the Dourhands up here are not the hateful but story-driven ones that we see down this way. These are more the Dourhands that we have been fighting throughout the entire story with Gnarlo. Yeah, okay. So now we know why this place looks like this. This is the Dourhands doing. That would explain what happened to those beautiful rolling hills and trees that were out here for a couple years during the beginning, the original part of this story. Indeed. So they fill crap up from over here, bring it over there, and dump it. I always love the little bits and pieces of, I always love the little bits and pieces of scripted stuff that you see in the game here. And now he's going to fill it back up again. Awesome. Wonderful. And what do we got over here? Got this guy that looks like a drunkard sleeping it off. Over here you've got the Dourhands gambling and rolling dice. We'll have to take a look around before we finish this entire zone and see what other mischief they've been up to. More people rolling dice. Got Dourhand weapons trainers and stuff. Be about your business. Let's go kill 4 of the bar guests. We know where they are. They are right over here. Attack, my friend. Alright, that's the first one down. Send you in again. Second one down. Let's go and take out a third one. Well done. And let's get a fourth. There we go. Another case of these peaks should be attacking us on sight. Shouldn't be a case where they sit there and just aggro. Okay, let's go back and turn in these 2 quests, and then I think we've had enough for an episode today. Let's see, I wager that something foul's afoot with these Dourhands.
If the water of the river has been tainted, that explains it.
The soil along the river is foul, you say. So you think that the water that flows from the clean mountain springs is tainted by putrid rot. And these bears, look, the meat is rotted even though they were fresh killed. This must be what is taking hold of the dwarves in my party. Many of my dwarves stopped at the river to fill their flasks. No wonder they are sick. What can we do?
Mountain springs should be the purest of water.
Let's go ahead and arm ourselves with the old ring. The battered horn of disruption there is what we got whenever we finished, doing the whole turbine store thing. It does a one-time stun up to a maximum level of 8. Last time we actually leveled up too fast and didn't get to use that. And that was not what we were wanting to do. Let's drag it down here onto our bar. There we go. So we can use it a few times before we out-level it. Intro, a putrid spring. Mountain springs are always the purest of water, especially in these parts. Something must be causing the water to run foul. Will you explore the source of the river? Perhaps there will be evidence as to what has caused the foul plague, because now we don't even know what it is that's making my poor dwarves sick. If we can make the river run clean again, I have hope for the animals and the snows here as well. Maybe Thorin's hall won't be lost to sickness. And let's talk to Unar. Yes, we have driven off many of the Barghists. Thank you, Gnarlrynae. Those dogs chill my heart. You did a good deed for these lands by driving them back. Perhaps someday the lynx and aurochs will be able to return to these parts. Someday. I wonder why the wretched dogs settled here to begin with. Now let's get the tattered shoulder pads. And let's go ahead and equip them as well. Alright, looking good, girl, looking good. Okay, we are going to call that an episode there. Let's stand over here beside Dwalin and the gang. Alright, well, next time we come back, we will be seeing if we can figure out what is causing the source of all this pollution and terror in the river. So we will see you then. We are probably getting, what are we at? We're at level 5, and we should be finishing up around late into level 6, early part of level 7. So we will see you next time, which will probably be the last episode here in the tutorial instance. Alright, we will see you then, and maybe we can restore the statue of Frerin back up to where it ought to be. Thanks for coming along. Bye-bye.